Okay, it's day 92. This is part 4. Had a nice chat with task force, and she was saying, okay, tie this together for me, this Navy thing, this nuclear energy thing, the uranium one, the whole Scaramucci thing, the Bannon thing. Make that all make sense. And I think it's about, if you go back to the old days of Rockefeller, when Rockefeller got into mining. As a matter of fact, we met a guy here that was from one of the tribes, and they brought in different people from all spoke all different languages, immigrants, right? And that way there was no unionization effort, and each one was compartmentalized, did different things. Chinese did the dynamite, these guys did that, and so forth, kept everybody separate. If you think about our military strategy, that's exactly the same, whether it's domestically here in the United States or whether it's the CIA overseas or Alphabet, I'll just say overseas. And the Bundy case really is I think sent shockwaves through that power elite that I talked about in the last video, because it really was the common man standing up and saying, hey, wait a minute, there's this Constitution thing, and I have rights, and there's this building over here, that's called the Supreme Court, and I can defend myself. And Ryan Bundy did an excellent job as a pro se attorney. Just want to shout out there. No, we have a right to life, liberty, and property. These are fundamental rights. And that really, I think, is what's being attacked here. The shutdown is really, no, we want to be able to bring in immigrants that don't have different allegiances to different tribes. We want to be able to compartmentalize things. We want to be able to extract technology, exfiltrate technology out. We want to be able to create overseas partnerships for pay-to-play for Frank Justra and so forth. We want the ones putting people in different positions all across the backbone of our agencies, like all the national labs, like DHS, etc. I think the ones are fairly focused on DHS, but there's other people focused on putting people at the Bureau of Mines. The Russians tend to go to the space program. The Pakistanis tend to go to the hacking, because that's the mentality of the folks running this. That's all I can say. And it's pay to play. I mean, some people say it's treason, some people say it's pay to play, but it's really about asset seizure. Going back all the way to the mining days, they would wait for the guy to find all the gold. They'd meet him halfway at the assayer's office after the guy brought in the first big chunk of gold. They'd kill him and they'd take his gold. It's just that simple. Watch Deadwood. This is kind of a sophisticated version of the same thing. So uranium one, these fundamental cases like the Bundy case, or like the case I just talked about, the Chama case, these are key moments in time where actually justice did happen. Now, it may take $3 million and you spend 8 years in court to finally put one FBI agent in jail, but there are these moments, and when those happen, it's almost like Dred Scott. We are not slaves. Well, they were not happy about that. All those folks down in Virginia, they were not happy about that moment. And there's these reactions that we had the 25th Amendment thing. We had the soft coup with, oh gosh, we've had so many soft coups, I can't count them all. This is just another one. The shutdown is just another one of those soft coups to saying, we want our damn immigrants. We want to bring them in and be able to, and it's not a hot war, everyone talks about, these insurgents, the Muslim Brotherhood, there's going to be the big, attack on Americans. There isn't, no. It's onesie twosies in random order that you can't figure out. It's the Bundy Ranch over here in Nevada, and then it's over in Oregon, it's the Finicum thing. And then over in Wyoming, it's this guy, and over in Utah, it's that guy. Or, like the task force is saying, it's the big ears, 1.35 million acres in set aside. Well, if I can do robotic mining, and I can do it at night, I can use Snap for my power plant on my mining vehicles, I'm pretty much good to go. I just need a few Uzbeki truckers to get the yellow cake out of there, and I'm good to go. All this uranium one could have been done with more advanced mining techniques, using the same old existing copper mines that's often found near uranium, same old mines that have been shut down, supposedly no longer any good. A lot of the mines are on Indian land, could be being mined without them even knowing it, because you have this technology now to do robotic mining, these snap power plants where you don't have exhaust, you don't have a lot of workers, you have cameras now, so a lot of the stuff And this has happened in the coal mining industry, where 90 to 95% of the jobs that used to be in coal mining are gone. It's just that now trace elements and the metallurgy and all those processes have gotten so much better. We can do it at night. We can do it at night. Matter of fact, we can have somebody driving the thing from Indonesia. We don't need Americans in this. Our strategy here is not to preserve wealth and have the growth, economic growth of Americans here. Why would we do that? That is an increased cost